G'day folks, it's Rob here. We're actually at a subscriber's place today and she's got a friend around to run through what she's got on the grow here. We're talking crustaceans, fish, plants, that sort of thing. So what I'm pretty much all going to do is swap over to Fish Master Marvel and he's going to run us through what's growing on here and how the different systems are set up. How's it going, mate?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Fantastic, thank you.
Awesome. How amazing is this setup?
Oh, it's pretty awesome. Hey, we've got, it sort of blew my mind. I have spoken to Emma online, but this is, yeah, it's a lot larger than I thought.
And this is just the start.
Yeah.
So over here, we have a yabby breeding system.
Excellent.
So this system actually has separated males and females, as well as the mothers that are in berry or currently holding an egg clutch.
How many younglings do you have in there at the moment?
Well, currently in our fry chambers, we have anywhere up to about 150
Okay.
per chamber.
Yep.
What that allows them to do is maximise their growth in limited volumes of water. So we've got jade perch in here,
Yep.
which is one of Australia's most favourite freshwater fish. It's really high in nutrients.
Yep, know them well, grown myself.
Awesome,
Yeah.
of course you do.
So these little tanks, obviously, it's a little bit too small to grow a 1.5 kilo jade in there, so they're just cycled around the different systems?
Yes, they are definitely cycled.
And down in these little end tanks down in here,
Yep.
I did see I saw
A mummy?
a mummy.
Yeah, sure. I'll see if I can get her out. This beautiful mummy. See the clutch?
Oh yeah. So how many berries do you think she'd be holding there?
Oh, I would say roughly about 250 to 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What variety of yabbies are you actually running here?
So this is one of Australia's beautifulest species. This is blue claw Chirax destructor.
Yeah, not
they're
a
really yummy too.
Yeah, they're basically the same ones we used to run at home in the small little tank until they played Highlander and there was only one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have much issue with predation on them at all?
Due to the system, our success rate is pretty high.
Yep.
Although we do run into productivity stages where we do have to move on or give away excess males
Yep.
to limit that combat
Yep.
throughout the whole stage of their life.
Yep. And just around this side here, these are the holding tanks, are they?
Yes. So currently in here we've got a trio, or mostly trios of adults. So yeah, these are all contained environments. Your usual bits of PVC pipe, they keep them separate.
Yep.
Yabbies prefer, or for growth, they like aerial space, a surface area. And that's the beauty of using a sustainable system like this. Shallow water, secure tubs, and you've got your food sorted.
And just like the system we saw previously, down the bottom we have a fish tank. This is where the fish get graded up to after they grow to about 16 centimetres or 6 and a bit inches in size. They spend some time in here and then they ultimately move out into a system in the backyard, which we'll show you in a tick. And this is just a little overflow tub down the side there just to give more water holding capacity.
Certainly, this is just an extra bladder, if you will.
Yep. One of the things that we did cover, but I didn't film unfortunately, was the fact that yabbies by themselves, in the numbers that Emma's using in her systems, aren't enough to generate a lot of nutrient for plants to grow in. We're going to have a look at the little garden she's got set up running off these systems in a tick. That's the reason why there are the jade perch under each system. We have the small ones under the first little breeding system, and then the grow out system has the slightly larger fish that have been graded up, and from there they move out into a system in the backyard. So there's a lot of yabbies there and the fish down the bottom. How do you look after the nutrients that are created in the water?
Very good question and a very important one. Both systems, this system and this system, the excess nutrients are connected to flow systems or flow gardens.
So this water here comes down to this constant flow garden, is it?
That's correct, and this biological media takes out all the ammonia and stuff like that.
Excellent. So it's basically your living biofilter.
Exactly.
That's planted out with what look like a load of blueberries.
Yes, there's some beautiful varieties in here.
Excellent.
They're loving it.
Yep, and up the end there's also a couple of strawberries I saw earlier when we were walking through.
Yeah, we've just used it to rehabilitate some strawberries.
Okay.
For the next system.
Not a problem. And the other system? This one here I noticed has a couple of drums, so I take it, let me guess, we have a biological filter and possibly a solids filter down there?
Correct.
And I see that Emma's taken advantage of some vertical space here. She's in a wheelchair at times, so it helps to have a clear pathway. Plus, also looking at this, what are we, around midday-ish? And we're still getting sun on these NFT rails. What is it, about 18 metres worth?
18 to 19, yes.
Yep, not a problem. And in there we have a load of berries.
Strawberries. We've got some awesome varieties, including alpine strawberries.
Oh, okay.
which is
Interesting to
pretty
see how they go.
Yes, we're
Yeah.
going to try.
Sweet. And down the bottom here we have duckweed with a couple of little mozzie fish in it, I see.
Yeah, sure. So this is what we grow all our live fish food in, as well as some fish that are found in our local waterways.
So they're basically just going to make sure no mozzies breed in there and
Exactly.
overrun
Keep
place.
the bad guys out
Yep.
and keep producing the good things.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Just a quick word from today's sponsor, me. I just wanted to remind you all that I do have that Backyard Aquaponics Beginner's Guide available. $19.95 US. It's chock full of information, everything from what is aquaponics and how it works, down to how to cycle a system, different component builds, whole system build, and much, much more than that. You can actually ask the app a question and it will take you to your desired section. The app also has an advice function, so you can click that little advice button, send me a video or just type out a question or even an audio one, and I'll get back to you within about 12 hours, depending on time zones and that sort of thing. And there may be a discount code that scrolls across later on if you want a couple of bob off. So I'll leave it there, stop spruiking, and back to Emma's systems. Now we're out the back of Emma's property, and just to give you a bit of a panorama, she's turned it into a little bit of an oasis, and we will get through the few different systems she has out here in a minute. Now, just to fill you in on what's going on here with Emma. She is on a pension at the moment. She has a few health issues, so her big focus is to try and feed herself as nutritionally dense plants as she can, to help improve her own lot in life. And that is pretty much why she has decided to go down this aquaponics route. So the gardens have been set out in zones, as she's informed me. This area here, this first grow bed, this one is pretty much all the sort of crops that you come out on a daily or every second day to come and pick something from. And over here again, behind the clothesline, that they put in the wrong spot, she has some other salad, vegetables and greens that do get harvested fairly regularly, as well as some more sun-loving plants like the tomatoes up the back there. Now around the back here, in another grow bed, Emma's planted out some plants that only require tending fairly irregularly. Things like the corn that you come out here, keep an eye on for pest issues and that sort of thing, and then harvest once. And then down the side there, behind a little guard frog, she has a nice little hedge of carrots as well. So again, it's a plant that she doesn't need to tend daily. Once it's pretty much all mature, you pick it, it comes out of the system, and away you go. Now, just to give you a bit of a heads up on what we have here, we have two 1200 litre fish tanks. We have this one here and the one over near the back door. And in the center here, we have an 800 litre sump tank that runs the two different fish tanks. Down in there, we have bass. And over in the other tank near the back door, we have some jade perch again. Unfortunately, with these tanks here, Emma is having a few issues with some government agencies, thinking that they may be swimming pools. Now, I don't know about you folks, but I don't think you'd be too comfortable swimming down there with a couple of cinder blocks or Besser blocks in there. So yeah, that's one thing there is a bit of an issue with. But you know, as any of us folks who are into growing their own food sustainably and responsibly can see, it's pretty much well set up just to grow food that is nutritious, so she can be responsible for her own health and care, like all of us really should be, I think. So over the back there, people would have noticed through the pan around that there is a brand new rail system. This is bamboo. A lot of people always say use bamboo, not PVC, but it's a lot easier to say that than actually find some suitable. And there is a little bit of heat stress, as you can see. And that's because this is recently new, isn't it?
That's correct. This alluvial system We've just planted all the pots maybe about a day ago,
Okay.
day and a half ago.
And we've got 33 degree heat at the moment, so it's, obviously there's going to be a little bit of stress.
It's a scorcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the alluvial system is fed from the driver pump in this blue tub.
Yep.
Takes all the nutrients, cleans the water for the fish, goes through the system and comes back in. On the outer part of the tub, we've got a marsh or a sedge garden to grow things like yellow turmeric, edible elephant ears.
Galangal.
Galangal, that's the one. We've got
I
some
say it
beautiful banana fingers.
Excellent.
And stuff like that.
Yep.
Once again, it's just versatility
Yep.
and adaptation to be sustainable and fresh.
And Emma was saying that she's like even the banana leaves aren't going to go to waste, or the elephant ears, they're for wrapping the fish, old-fashioned alfoil.
That's correct,
Yep.
mate. When it's harvest time for the jades, you will have to come and check
Yep.
it out. But this will serve as a part of the cooking process. So we'll do a few different flavours,
Yep.
wrap the jade in the banana leaf and just pop it in a fire.
Excellent. And the fish driving this little system?
So these are Australian rainbow fish.
Okay.
Once again, common to the local environment, no threat if
Yeah.
they get out.
Where did you source the fish from?
From Fishmaster Marvellous, located in Brisbane.
Geez, I think I met him today. Excellent. So what I'll do is I'll pop all those details down in the description below for all you local folks, so you can suss out your site
Cool.
and see what's going on there. I think I might have to speak to you myself about our deck system.
Anytime.
Yeah, and I just noticed already you got dragonflies popping in for a bit of a visit.
Oh, mate, it's the wildlife that's attracted to this garden is phenomenal. We've got some beautiful native finches that frequent now as well.
I know people are going to ask, so we'll have a bit of a more in-depth look at this little bamboo rail system. Everything comes down to a filter first and then flows up into two separate systems, one on this side and one on the other side. Now the bamboo was chosen because it is larger on internal diameter than the small little rails, which means bigger plants like these spinaches. I really don't want to damage their roots, but because their roots will become a lot larger than say a strawberry plant that is grown in the other system, they will have a lot more space in the bamboo itself. Another thing Emma pointed out is that this section here of the yard, as you can see, cops a fair bit of summer sun. So this bamboo, with its thicker walls, offers a little bit more insulation to the water itself, so it won't get as hot as the thinner PVC rails. So as was mentioned before, this system's only been up for 2 days, so they are working out a few kinks, and they're pretty much all just trying to plug all the holes with plants that they're trying to resuscitate, transplant from different areas. So there may be a few that aren't doing too good, but hopefully, fingers crossed, a few will pull through. Emma just reminded me that she has the lotus down here. This is just a basic little water feature that serves a couple of different purposes. We've got some fish food growing on the surface, could be fish food, duck food, chicken food, some duckweed. We've got a water source for the little native insects and also the honeybees that frequent the area. And the leaves themselves make a great little platter. Emma's got some pictures of some yabbies sitting on top of them. So, you know, they could even be used as a serving plate. And besides having to check on certain plants, I mean, this whole setup here, it's very relaxing and therapeutic for Emma. Gives her a reason to come out here, spend some time outside, get some vitamin D into her, which we all should be getting a little bit more of. It's the stimulus of having to look after things, check on them daily, be interested in how to grow them, and all the rest of it is got to be good for all of us. Something that Emma has noticed in herself, hence why the garden has grown to what it has. Thank you very much, Emma, for inviting us all around into your little backyard aquaculture farm and to share your systems with us. And thank you to Marvel for showing us around. We really do appreciate it. His details, again, are down in the description if you want to suss out his services. Hopefully, down the road, when Emma's feeling a bit better, we might be able to pop out there and have a closer look at some of the systems. We'll just have to wait and see. But it really just does go to show you what you can pack into a small little urban environment if you put your mind to it. Before I go, just wanted to thank all you regulars once more for giving us the thumbs up and also for leaving those comments or just saying g'day down in the comment section. Really do appreciate hanging out with you folks. Also too, thanks to you marvellous folks who have helped support the channel by either buying our guide, link will pop up at the end here, and also the supporters of our Patreon website Farm Your Own Yard and the YouTube membership program. Really do appreciate it. You folks are all helping to keep this channel afloat, quite frankly. Hopefully there'll be some big movement in the future to do with our new property we're buying. A couple of videos coming on that very, very soon. So anyway, I will pretty much leave it there. I do hope you've enjoyed the video and that your own gardens and aquaponics are booming, and I will catch you next video. Cheers all and happy growing.